Hot. Okay, the mic is hot, guys. But we are live with another one, guys. Welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Okay, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Like I always say, it takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, let's get straight into the topic. Okay, the main topic of discussion today, and that's July. The month of July has some interesting events going on, and I do want to talk about it. I do want to emphasize the fact that we got some good fights in July. Now we got Derek Lewis versus Chisera, a heavyweight bout, fight night. I mean, not much to say about that fight. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, gang, what's up? How you doing, Dean? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. This is your home. You already know this is your channel, man. So welcome back to the chat, man. Topic of discussion today is July's events. You know what I mean? We got Lewis versus Teixeira. We got Max versus Dustin. And then we got Whitaker versus De Ridder. July is looking very interesting. It's looking fun. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Reina De Ridder fight with Robert Whitaker. I'm really looking forward to seeing that fight just because, in my opinion, Robert Whitaker needs this win. You know what I mean? He needs this win. He's coming off of a loss that he suffered against Chimaev, and everybody knows what happened. You know what I mean? Everybody knows who's Chimaev. He definitely, you know what I mean, put his name in the mix, especially after what he did to Robert Whitaker, the Reaper of that division. But I'm very excited for that fight. And, you know, as far as Reina De Ridder, I mean, guys, Reina De Ridder is coming off of, a beatdown of Bo Nickel. You know what I mean? He made Bo Nickel basically crumble to his feet and get in fetal position and simply give up, guys. Okay, simply give up. And I commend Reina De Ridder for that, for humbling Bo Nickel all the way to the point where Bo Nickel, I mean, the guy is actually he's considering. Actually, he's not even considering doing wrestling. He's doing wrestling, guys. He's not going to be doing mixed martial arts, anytime soon. Most likely in September, October. That's what he said. But he's doing wrestling. Reina De Ridder beat Bo Nickel and humbled him so good that now Bo Nickel is going back into wrestling, guys. That is crazy. Let me read some of these chats. Even Connor can't match your consistency. I'm telling you, Dean. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. He is consistent, especially at catching cases at bathroom stalls. He's really consistent at that. But he cannot beat my consistency. There's no way. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Tyler Logan, welcome to the chat. Hopefully you having a good one. And if you are new to the channel, like and subscribe. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Somebody says Hassan. Dead Forever. That's a terrible name. From Hollywood. Where are you from? I'm from Florida. All right. I am from Florida, originally from up north, from a northern state. But I've been in Florida for a very long time. I've been in the South for a very long time. All right. I've been in the South for a very long time. So this is my home, guys. I love Florida. Yeah, man. For sure. I love it too. Can't complain. What's the stream all about? Well, today, this channel is specifically about UFC mixed martial arts. Today, the topic of discussion is July's events. You know, we're in the month of July, and I just wanted to bring up all the events that are happening in the UFC in July. And we got Lewis versus Teixeira, Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, and Robert Whitaker versus Reiner de Ritter. That's basically what the topic of discussion is. What are you guys are excited for? What fights excite you the most? Let me know in the chat. Rapid fire. Let's go. You can up on my feed. You came up on my feed. Oh shit! I don't know anything about that. Is that okay? Tyler Logan. That's fine with me, man. That is fine with me. Okay, you are looking at an encyclopedia when it comes to mixed martial arts and the UFC specifically. So if you do want to learn a little bit, why not? You know what I mean? And I always encourage people to, be on the chat and speak your mind. You know what I mean? Speak your mind. The stream is about how a man fights. Oh man, the stream is definitely not about that, Dean. Come on now, stop playing games, Dean. Stop playing games. But yeah, guys, I mean, if we're talking about a heavyweight bout, the one, Lewis versus Teixeira, I'm not really excited to see that. I'm just being honest, guys, just because I know for a fact that the heavyweight division is in shambles. There's been, so many conversations that I had with you guys, specifically talking about the heavyweight division and basically how, John Jones left the division. You know what I mean? And now we have a champion in Tom Aspinall who literally has nobody to fight because there's nobody there for Tom Aspinall to build a legacy off of. So unfortunately, for the near future, I do not want to see any heavyweight bouts. I really don't. You know what I mean? I try to watch, a heavyweight bout, and all of a sudden we got Muhammad Usman, and man, that was a bad look for the heavyweight division. Terrible heavyweight fight. And I'm not looking forward to this heavyweight fight, even though it's Derek Lewis, and I love Derek Lewis. I'm still not looking forward to this fight. I really am. I'm really not. It's just that division is it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It really does. I like meeting new people that do new things. That's what's up, Tyler. I travel for work, so I'm in Florida all the time. That's what's up, Tyler Logan. That is awesome, man. Well, you know what I mean. Next time you in the Florida area, and I am live, you got to let me know. You got to let me know because I'm pretty familiar with this area. Stand up and throw a 1-2 shadow boxing a little, and I'll know if you know anything about MMA. Well, Gabriel, you could go on my shorts if you like. You could go on my channel and you can go on my shorts, and you can see, you can actually see me hit the speed bag. You know what I mean? You can see my hand, my eye hand coordination. You can see the speed at which I'm hitting the speed bag, at the rate that I'm hitting the speed bag with. So if you really want to inform yourself and, see if I know anything about mixed martial arts in general, go watch my shorts and you can find out for yourself. You know what I mean? Or you can just pull up over here to the south, let me know what gym you're at, and we can have a good sparring session in, a really good one. You in right place at Tyler. One of the buttons on your hat isn't pushed in. That makes sense. Yeah, man. You talking about this one right here? There it is, bro. There it is. I got you. I got you. Thank you for looking at me so closely to the point where you actually saw my snapback actually have one of the snaps off. That's amazing. That means you're actually paying attention. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And going back to the Max Holloway fight, the Max versus Dustin fight, I already mentioned this, guys. I already mentioned this. Okay. Moving away from the heavyweight division, the debacle that the division is. Okay, so moving on from that shit. The Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier fight. I mean, look, I already stressed this enough. The UFC, they could have booked both men to fight other opponents. Honestly, why is Max Holloway fighting Dustin Poirier? Dustin Poirier is retiring after this fight. Why do we have Max Holloway fighting Dustin Poirier? The people making the decisions in the UFC, they really need to check themselves. Honestly, I already said this repeatedly. I sound like a broken record, but honestly, guys, I'm not excited about this Max Holloway and Dustin fight. I'm really not. This is the third time I'll be watching this fight. Yes, the fights that they had prior to this third fight, it has been good. It was really entertaining, but I just think they could have done something else, okay, with this subpar product that the UFC has given us. That's my personality. What are all things behind you? Well, I got a whole bunch of things back there, man. I got, if you're looking, I got Goku. I got Dragon Ball Z. I got Lord of the Rings. I got Squid Games. I mean, I even had Disney characters back there. You know what I mean? I got SpongeBob. I mean, a whole bunch of stuff back there, man. A whole bunch of stuff that I love, and they love me too. They show me love. 100% sub, man. Thank you, man. You like all the good stuff. Got to. I gotta like all the good stuff. All right, I gotta like all the good stuff. That is for damn sure, guys. Okay, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. But back to what I was saying with the combat sports here. Okay, I'm just not that much. I'm not interested in Max fighting Dustin Poirier. I'm really not, and I understand it's going to be a very exciting fight. Both men are. Look, every time Max Holloway gets in the octagon, it's always an exciting fight. Every time Dustin Poirier gets into the octagon, it's an exciting fight. So when those two clash, yeah, it's going to be entertaining. But from a fan's perspective, especially me, I just think both men deserved better. That's the only thing I'm saying right now. I think both men deserve better, and unfortunately, the UFC is, you know, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing and screwing the fans and the fighters at the same time. What do you do for work? What do I do for work? Well, I do multitude of things. You know, right? There's not only one thing that I do. I do have a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? I do have a 9 to 5 job, and I work for a company. But I did go to school, and I did graduate from a technical school. So I do have a side hustle that I do on the side, and I also get paid with that as well. So it's just a multitude of things that I'm doing. You know what I mean? I got a 9 to 5, and then I got my own little, side hustle. It's not really a side hustle. It's really it's another job basically, but I call it my career because eventually this will be my full-time career, and that 9 to 5 will slowly but surely dissipate. Um, they need to know. They need to just fill these undercards better. Mustard, I agree, but unfortunately, I don't think the UFC is going to do that. Honestly, I don't think the UFC is going to do that at all. Um, that sunflower in your hand throws punches better than Jake Paul. Let me tell you something. This son of a bitch right here would knock out Jake Paul with a 1-2 combination. Don't fuck with the sunflower, okay? The sunflower got some fucking skills. You don't want the right hand. You don't want the right hand, and you don't want the left hand, bro. Fucking guy is nasty, all right? Should put Strickland and Izzy as co-main or something, even though nobody wants it. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. But knowing the UFC, they're probably going to make it main event of pay-per-view. That's most likely what they're going to do. They're going to definitely charge people $80 just to see that fight, knowing that people are going to, illegally stream it, guys. Okay? All right? People are not falling for the bullshit anymore. They're not paying, for the pay-per-views anymore. They're tired of that shit. Honestly. Honestly, though, Max versus Poirier shouldn't even be a main event, with all due respect. I agree with you, especially this being the third time that Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier fight. I honestly don't think that should have been a headliner. That definitely should have been like, a fight on the main card. That's what it should have been. You know what I mean? That's my opinion on that one. I think Max Holloway should have fought somebody else. I think Dustin Poirier should have fought somebody else. Honestly, I would have loved to see Max Holloway versus Dan Hooker. That would have been fantastic. Dan Hooker versus Max Holloway. Book that shit right now. And for Dustin Poirier's departure, I mean, give him anybody. Give him anybody. What does it matter who Dustin Poirier fights? He's retiring anyways. He's walking away from the octagon. So why does he need to fight a person like Max? He could have fought anybody, a dead body for all that matters. Fucking insane. Let me see. Imagine an Umar versus Jan as a co-main, but no. We back at it again. Fight Club, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Fight Club, you're back. Welcome home. Welcome to your channel, man. And I like the Umar and Jan fight, but I don't think the UFC is going to book that either. I honestly don't think the UFC is going to book that either. That's a terrific fight. They should have booked that, already. That should be a fight happening in sometime in August. But obviously, the UFC knows what they're doing, okay? But moving on from Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier, we're going right into the middleweight division in Reinier de Ridder versus Robert Whittaker. Reinier de Ridder coming off of a fantastic win against Bo Nickal, humbling Bo Nickal to the point where Bo Nickal is no longer doing mixed martial arts. The guy is considering doing wrestling, guys. That's how bad Reinier de Ridder humbled Bo Nickal. Got the guy out of the octagon and ready to do wrestling once again, guys. But Reinier de Ridder, he's gonna fight a champion. He's gonna fight a person who's been there and done that at the highest of the highest levels in Robert Whittaker. This fight is a fantastic fight. This fight, I am excited for this one. I'm excited to see if Reinier de Ridder can actually make a run in the UFC. Because as it stands right now, he's been successful. Okay, one of the few fighters to get signed to the UFC and actually find success. Okay, because there's been a lot of fighters that have been signed, that have gotten signed by the UFC coming from another organization. And these guys have not found success. But Reinier de Ridder has found success. And if he beats Robert Whittaker, the Reaper of that division, he's on his way to fight for gold. All right? I say if he beats Robert Whittaker, he's one more fight away from fighting for gold in Reinier de Ridder. I could tell you that right now. All right? Let me read some of these comments right here. Max versus Dustin for the fight. Max or Dustin for the fight. I mean, I think Dustin Poirier wins that fight, guys. I like Max Holloway, don't get me wrong, but I like Dustin more. We already saw what happened last time when Dustin Poirier fought Max Holloway. Dustin Poirier was just a stronger fighter, landing the harder punches. So I'm going to go with Dustin Poirier to win this fight. De Ridder is actually not a bad matchup. I think people see hating on this matchup too much. Well, Mustard, I'm not hating on this matchup. I'm excited. I'm excited for this matchup. I think this matchup makes perfect sense. It honestly does. It makes perfect sense. Robert Whittaker is coming off of some losses. We got a up-and-coming riser in Reinier de Ridder. You know what I mean? And possibly, if he wins against Robert Whittaker, I mean, Reinier de Ridder, one more fight away from gold. And similar situation in Dominic Reyes versus Jamal Hill. That's another fight the UFC should definitely book. I would love to see that fight. Jamal Hill coming off of, multitude of losses. You know what I mean? He's coming off of a 3-fight losing streak. And Dominic Reyes, I mean, he's coming off of a 3 to 4 fight winning streak. He's gotten things together. So that's another fight that the UFC should definitely book. Let me see. I honestly think Justin would win the Max and Dustin fight. You talking about Justin Gaethje? Did you watch Rafael Fiziev? Did you watch that fight with Fiziev and Justin Gaethje? Justin Gaethje struggled with Fiziev, and Fiziev only had 2 weeks notice for that fight. So I don't have faith in Justin Gaethje at all. So when it comes to Justin Gaethje, I think he will lose against Max Holloway once again, get knocked out. And he will lose against Dustin Poirier again. I'm sorry, I just don't have faith in Justin Gaethje. I really don't. I mean, his career is almost over as well. Let me see. Dustin is pinging Max around badly. Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully he's recovered from getting knocked out by Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. Justin uppercuts are chief kisses, are chef kisses. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. All right. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. Don't forget to click that bell notification, guys. It keeps us all connected in this beautiful community that you guys are building. Because you already know this is your channel, man. Alex, what's up? Welcome back to the chat, Alex. How are you doing? Welcome home. Welcome back to your channel. I want to see John Blachowicz versus Reyes. Uh, I hear you. I hear you. But I'd rather see. I'd rather see Dominic Reyes versus. I'd rather see Dominic Reyes versus Jamal Hill. I want to see that fight just because I want to see Jamal Hill get humbled even more. That's exactly what I want to see. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna stay on for a little longer, guys. Just a little bit longer, and yeah, I just wanted to get on here and talk specifically about these events that are happening in July. As it stands right now for 2025, my UFC fight predictions, I'm 140 wins and 95 losses. That is 140 wins and 95 losses for my UFC fight predictions for 2025. That is above 600. I mean, above 600. That's above 60% at calling it straight. So not bad, not bad. LOL, for real. Keep up the Jamal Hill losing streak. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I need in my life. I need Jamal Hill to continuously lose. I need it. I need it in my life. And the reason why is because, look, Jamal Hill is not a good guy. The guy is just not a great guy. He's beating people up over Thanksgiving dinner because, the bacon wasn't cooked to his liking, guys. Okay? Jamal Hill is at best a street fighter. Okay? And I want to see Dominic Reyes dominate Jamal Hill. That's what I want to see. It's insane. We live in a world where Hill was a champion, but not Dustin Poirier. That's crazy, man. We do live in a world where Jamal Hill was an actual champion, guys. Can you believe that? As soon as Jamal Hill became the champion and Dana White wrapped that belt around his waist and Jamal Hill fell down to his knees and cried, I fell down to my knees and cried at the same time because I knew for a fact this was the downward slope trajectory that would begin the UFC downfall. I knew it. I knew it right away. All right. I knew it. Fucking Jamal Hill. Derek Lewis or Taliesin. Teixeira? Teixeira? Teixeira. Derek Balls will be hot again, I guess. I think so. I think so. All respect to Ilya, but Charles fought nervously and rushed. Alex, look. I don't know what Charles Oliveira could have done different. To be honest with you, I don't know what the guy could have done different. I think everybody, everybody has their time. Everybody has their time, and unfortunately, Charles Oliveira's time came, and he got slept, unfortunately. But he'll get up, dust himself off, and hopefully we see him again. And if we don't, he already achieved some great things, honestly. Hill is high key journeyman material. He's worse than a journeyman material, in my opinion, guys. In my opinion, he's worse than a journeyman material. Point blank, period, guys. I don't. Jamal Hill is one interview away from being crash out of the year, back to back, 2024 and 2025, guys. All right, let's not forget that. And in the running is Yair Rodriguez at number 2, and number 3 is Brendan Schaub. Those are the candidates for crash out of the year. Okay, I would put Jon Jones at number 4, but you know what? I don't even want to make another video about Jon Jones. I'm done talking about Jon Jones. Literally, I made so many videos, throughout that whole process of Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall that I literally I get nauseous. Okay, thinking about making another video about Jon Jones. Honestly, let me read some of these chats. Gosh, I hate ya. I hate Yair and Anthony Smith. I mean, look, guys. I'm so happy Anthony Smith retired. Okay, I've said this on one of my videos before. Anthony Smith has been a dead body for the last 3 years. Okay, he should have retired 4 years ago. And that's, hey, with all due respect to Anthony Smith. And when it comes to Yair Rodriguez, I don't like the guy either. I'm just being honest. I don't. Lopez for the win against Gene Silva. Let's go. Fight Club, you're out of your mind. Diego Lopez will get hit. Diego Lopez doesn't have great head movement. So he's going to get hit. And when Gene Silva connects, you're going to see Diego Lopez fold like a fucking lawn chair in the summertime. Okay? Diego Lopez is going to go down. Gene Silva is going to continue his momentum, continue his winning streak, and eventually he will fight for gold. Screw Lopez. Why is he getting more appreciation from the UFC than Movsar, bro? It's crazy, man. It's so true. Movsar is undefeated. He deserves to fight for gold, but unfortunately, the UFC, you know, they're walking around with their fucking eyes closed. You know what I mean? It's almost as if they're fucking walking around like this. They're walking around like this. Yeah. It looks great. It looks great. Awesome. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck are you looking at? Look into my eyes and tell me that you actually agree with the decisions that you have been making in the last year in 2025. You can't do it. You can't do it because the decisions that they've been making in 2025 is atrocious. Let me see. Even if Movsar doesn't challenge Volk yet, it should be him fighting Gene Silva. That too. I agree with that too, Mustard. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. Gene Silva, you know what I mean? Versus Movsar. I mean, that's great. Got an undefeated fighter, and then you got another fighter who's just has a crazy amount of momentum, you know what I mean, pushing him. And he makes fights entertaining in Gene Silva. So I agree with you. I agree with you. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's about it for July. We got Lewis versus Teixeira. We got Max versus Dustin. We got Whitaker versus De Ritter. That's basically all the fights in July that are happening right now that we can actually hold our head high and say, okay, July doesn't seem like a bad month for the UFC. It seems like an okay month. Okay. Should just slot out Yair and Gene Silva and just do Yair versus Lopez. It's got drama. I agree with you. It definitely does have drama. They could pull back the videos, you know what I mean, of the press conference of Diego Lopez and Yair Rodriguez going at it like two Spanish, you know, older men. You know what I mean? They definitely should book that one. But unfortunately, like I said, the UFC, they don't want to do anything that consists of entertaining the fans, guys. The UFC don't want to do shit when it comes to entertainment. Okay? They're just trying to put these fights, you know, together, all these cards together so they can abide by their contract. Honestly. Fucking pathetic. Do you think O'Malley gets a belt again? Say if Metal moves up. Marab. If Marab moves up. No. No, I don't see Sean O'Malley ever touching gold again, guys. Okay, let's not forget that Sean O'Malley was he was a pivot move. Okay. He was planted by the UFC. He was hand gifted specific opponents to make himself in Sean O'Malley look like a human highlight reel. When in reality, the guy is a subpar mixed martial arts fighter. If we're talking about your overall game, Sean O'Malley doesn't even deserve to be a champion. And that is facts. Sean O'Malley, his ground game and his wrestling is such a hole that it makes me question everything about the UFC, honestly. Because if you could tell me that a company like the UFC can handpick opponents for a specific person to make them look, you know, better than what they actually are, all the way to the point where this person gets the belt and actually becomes champion, bro, that shit is ridiculous. That's scary to me. In my opinion, that's scary because Sean O'Malley never deserved to touch gold. He really didn't. If you look at his overall game, bro, he's terrible. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills, terrible. Wrestling skills, terrible. Did you see? Everybody wants to talk about Sean O'Malley being this terrific striker, but where was the striking against Merab? In the first fight, you didn't even do any striking. In the second fight, you didn't even do any striking. Where were the combinations? Where were those things? Please, Sean O'Malley is a joke. He's not going to touch gold ever again. I can guarantee you that one. All right, he's just not evolving. And if he is evolving, he's evolving too slow. Hell no. I honestly could see O'Malley falling out of the top 10. He's already fallen. He's been out of the top 10. Sean O'Malley, in reality, let's be real, guys. Sean O'Malley, if the UFC really wanted to show Sean O'Malley what this is all about, they would have had Sean O'Malley fight a top 10 fighter, not Merab, after that year off. They would have had him fight like maybe a number 7 or 8 rank, and Sean O'Malley would have lost. And that's the only reason why Sean O'Malley didn't go up against anybody else but Merab, because the UFC didn't want to show that they handpicked fighters to make Sean O'Malley look better than what he actually is. Okay? That's the real reason why he ended up fighting Merab and not anybody else on the top 10. Because can you imagine if Sean O'Malley comes back after a year and getting his ass beaten by Merab and dominated, and then he comes back after saying that he actually beat Merab, and then he fights a number 8 ranked guy and loses against him? How stupid would Sean O'Malley and the UFC look at the same time, guys? Okay? But I could honestly see that. Conor McGregor, top 1. Sean O'Malley is a stickman. O'Malley needs to move divisions. He's only losing aura in bantamweight. He's losing everything, guys. He honestly is. The guy is losing everything. Okay? And that is factual. All right? But anyways, guys, I wanted to keep this one short and sweet. I'm most likely going to get back on today, later on tonight. So stay tuned for that, guys. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys, you know what I mean, for coming back to your channel, coming back to your home, and, spitting game with me, being here on the chat. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for building this community. And honestly, guys, I can't thank you enough. You know what I mean? I can't thank you enough because, like I always say, this is your channel. I'm just the pilot. I'm just guiding us. You know what I mean? So you already know what it is. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. Let me read this last comment here. True. Who could be some other star? Talbot, Ilya, Van. I'm not sure who's going to be the next star in the UFC, but I could tell you this right now. The UFC needs to do the due diligence and looking for stars, and not even stars, but looking for fighters, looking for quality fighters. They need to really focus in on that heavyweight division. They need to really focus in on the women's bantamweight division. Honestly, those two divisions are in shambles, and they need to do their due diligence in making that division and the UFC better. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. I'm out of here, guys. Until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.